Hello and welcome to week 8, the final leg of the race in this semester. Week 8 of our PSPA 303X state and local government course. So this is the final lap. Want to say thank you guys for your commitment to the course. Seeing great improvement in writing and quiz scores, and I appreciate the effort. I keep talking about that word effort. That'll get you a long way. Um, um, Hoping that you've taken something away from the course. There's a lot of interesting content from top to bottom over these 8 weeks, 15 different modules. Hope you've taken something away from it. In this final section that we're covering, chapter 10 is another interesting course. So we're just talking about funding and how decisions are made related to funding for local government, state governments. And I think the lecturer did a good job discussing, that interesting piece on decision making. He talked about tools and styles for making decisions. Um, don't have very much to add to that piece. I thought it was, interesting. I've interacted with leaders who, in terms of that scenario piece, that Delphi piece, a lot of people lean on their team to help them become smart on a topic. And they say, give me an idea of what we're thinking about, make me a memo, write me something up. What is the scenario? And the writing assignments that you've been doing throughout the semester are intended to give you an idea of, that that type of exercise where the idea was to be concise and pull together a thorough thought and idea related to a topic. And like I said, things have been going well throughout the semester. I've seen improvements there. But the idea about that was trying to think of a way you can raise awareness on a topic, help somebody understand a specific issue in a concise way. And that's pretty much what that scenario tool is for decision making. Just wanted to touch on that briefly in regards to raising money, taxes. Where does the money come from for our governments? I thought there's some interesting pieces throughout the chapter. And, he talks about taxes being regressive, progressive, or flat. Talks about what level of government utilizes which tax revenue or, revenue generating tools. Um, so all of that was good, but a couple of things I just wanted to touch on from my side of the coin, I guess, working at the state level. Something that's interesting is recently, in the past couple of years, the state of Illinois has legalized recreational cannabis, which is going to be another revenue generating source for the state. And you can look up, how those revenues are coming in really, really rapidly around that new opportunity in our state, recreational cannabis. And my office, the Illinois Office of Minority Economic Empowerment, houses a program called the Social Equity Program, where we're not granting permits to people who want to do business in the cannabis industry. We manage a loan fund to help finance cannabis operations. Uh, so there's a whole, a criteria related to it, but it's something that you may be interested in. The Social Equity Program in the Illinois Office of Minority Economic Empowerment. There's a loan fund. We also do some technical assistance to help entrepreneurs understand how to get into the game. So that's a new revenue source for the state, cannabis. And then there's the book also talks about legalized gambling. And in recent years, the state has released additional permits to open up more casinos in the state. So perhaps you are from a community where one of these new permits was awarded, and you've heard discussions about where the casinos should be going and who should get them. So there's new casinos opening up throughout the state as well as another way that governments make money. And then one more piece I just wanted to touch on was bonding, and not necessarily building relationships on kumbaya type of stuff, but bonds are investment instrument, financial instrument that governments can issue to raise money and pay for large expenses, big projects. Sometimes they're constrained because of the things we talked about, the taxes and fees and things like that, and they need additional sources of revenue. So these bonds are issued by local and state governments, and investors purchase the bonds with the government agreeing to pay back interest over time, usually a long period of time. And infrastructure project, road projects, sometimes different initiatives are funded using bonds. And state and local governments have a bond rating to show if they are a good place for investors to put their money. And there's like AAA, AA bond ratings or lower. And it's interesting that you can check out where your municipality is rated and where our state is rated. Our state hasn't always been good at repaying investors on these bonds, and that has impacted the bond rating. But just another piece that may be of interest to you as we talk about revenues and how governments raise money and make money. So with that, this is a parting message. Again, I appreciate being able to spend this time working through the material around state and local government. It's really a passion of mine. I studied public administration at NIU, and I want to make myself available to all of you guys moving forward. If you have questions about the profession, public administration, local government leadership, feel free to contact me. You have my contact information. My NIU email is perfect. You can reach me there. Happy to have further discussions or share some insights into my career. And be sure to, the final is this Saturday, I should say. Our final exam is this Saturday. So what you want to do is look at the group discussions and quizzes from the past 8 weeks, because the final is going to be material that we've covered throughout the class, throughout the semester. It's 50 questions, and it's a way to cap off the semester with an idea of all of the things that we've discussed thus far. So, the grades will be submitted on Monday. You'll have a chance to look at them. I'm going to officially submit grades next Wednesday. So take a look at your grade. Make sure you got everything calculated. If you got any questions, let me know. The way that Blackboard works, I have you guys broken up into 3 groups. So for those discussion posts, you'll see a blank grade for 1 or 2 of the like module post, because there's 3 different groups. So you'll see a couple of gaps in your discussion post grades. That's just the way that Blackboard is set up. Don't have an issue. Don't worry about that. So as I said, any questions, let me know. I'm happy to be a resource. And best of luck on the final and in the rest of your career as a student, or as you move on to the next phase of your lives. So thanks again. Take care.